Welcome to the early spring healing weekend at the Fairy Garden Resort and Retreat Center. You will recall that this resort is the premier destination for fairies from far and wide who need a break from their day-to-day fairy jobs and obligations. Here in Boston, the fairies are gathering to renew and refresh their spirits following the Boston Marathon week of terrifying events. The resort has been hurriedly readied to accommodate an influx of exhausted and drained fairies. Although spring cleanup is not yet complete, the resort opened early to help these overworked and stressed fairies. Most of the fairies are nurses or teachers in their regular fairy jobs. They are booking reservations this week for some serious rest and relaxation. Not only is this the end of a horrific week, but near the end of the semester, and nerves are frayed. All of the resort units have been swept and cleaned and reappointed with new massage tables and whirlpool baths. Sorry we can't show you the interior views, as the units are occupied and the guests are receiving their massages. The massage therapy staff are busy with back-to-back appointments. No pun intended. Brand new aromatherapy scents have been imported, including fresh moss from France and exotic bark from South America. Fairies love aromatherapy, as it is reminiscent of their happiest memories. New signs have been installed for the lost souls. These help them find some direction. And new birdhouses for their feathered friends. Even fairies enjoy the cheerful sounds of birds in the morning. You may remember Exie, short for exhilaration. See how she so loves the wind in her hair. She is a frequent guest here because she understands the importance of regular self-care. She's brought her friend Sprint, who is also a nurse and was working in the medical tent at the finish line at the marathon. She is in great need of some pampering, so she can restore her balance and get some much-needed rest. She's waiting for a turn on the famous fairy tire swing. It's famous for transporting you to another place, even if only for a short time, like a micro-vacation. All of the benefits, but none of the time or cost. Here is Prof and her colleague Teach, who is recovering from her recent near-death by PowerPoint experience and is suffering from cognitive overload. Teach and Prof have been busy catching up on their own reading and enjoying such literary gems like Gone Girl and Hunger Games, something that's not peer-reviewed or requires a lit search. They are relishing the leisure of reading for pleasure. Here on the fringe are the women who usually command control. They are Spanx and Lycra. They have relinquished their usual firm hold on things and have volunteered to play music 24/7 for their stressed-out guests. Their playlists include some rousing numbers such as Sweet Caroline and Dirty Water, some oldies like MTA and Please Come to Boston. But the all-time favorite healing request is for Sweet Baby James. Spanx and Lycra play all day and night and never miss a beat. Down by the beach are Splash and Tide, the water nymphs, who are in charge of all of the resort's water features. The fish pond is undergoing major renovations and is not yet open, but the guests are encouraged to participate in daily meditation sessions on the rocky shores. See the tools that Splash and Tide are holding? They are starting to build a memorial waterfall, which will be dedicated to all those affected by the events in Boston. The waterfall will be simply named the April Spring. Check back in the future when construction is completed. Yin and Yang continue to fish for balance in life, and while at times elusive, with perseverance and a positive intention, it can be restored. Yin and Yang support each other through good and bad, darkness and light, and hot and cold. Back at the Kindness Center, we see the roof has suffered some serious winter damage, but that has not deterred its guests. Fairies have been lining up all day to experience the random acts of kindness and then pay it forward. There's been no shortage of deeds of kindness from these wonderful fairy guests, and we thank them all. The garden's a bit messy, since there was no time for a spring cleanup, but the Carecrow is ready to do what it takes to help guests heal and take wing again. This year are the lovin' bunnies for the guests to snuggle with and pat their soft fur. The bunnies arrived at Easter time and decided to stay. Owl 1 and Owl 2 are also here and ready to dispense wise advice. So if you know any fairies who need some respite from the workaday world, tell them about our early spring healing weekend. Reservations are required, but there are still some openings.